Hey, my name is Harley Wallen. I am an actor, director, filmmaker with Painted Creek Productions. Um, I always find that people ask me a lot about what do you do as an actor, as a director, as a producer? And I thought I would answer some of those questions in little bits and pieces, easy to digest. And today I wanted to start with something near and dear to my heart, and that's acting, and something that took me a long time to realize, and that is how important it is to make choices as an actor. I'm going to use an example from the film we just shot called Fathers. I have two detectives in the film, and out of those two detectives, they're both played by 30s black men, and it would be very easy for them to go in thinking that they got the same role and that they're just dueling it out for the role. In the writing, I gave them enough of a guide that they should figure out that they're not the same character. So one is a detective who is taking on his first case, which means he's going to approach things a little differently. He's going to be a little bit more eager. He's going to make maybe some mistakes, and he's maybe have the nerves get the better of him, but it's going to mean a tremendous amount to him, which means that he's going to tackle things drastically different than the other detective. The other detective is a strong but silent type, says less, thinks a lot. And I think that's one of the key things is we created two characters that were very, very different. And then when we found the cast members who were going to take the roles, we started talking deeper into it. What does it mean to have your first case and to go after your first thing as a detective? And what does it mean to be the guy that everybody comes to that says, wow, this guy. And I think that's what we've managed to do. Now, when you do an audition or when you get a role, you won't always know exactly who you're playing. But what I'm trying to say is that from a casting perspective, it's crucial to make choices, because if you don't make choices, you have a whole different problem, and that problem is going to be much, much bigger. You can't play a detective or a lawyer or a teacher. You have to play a very specific person, and you got to decide your tics, you got to decide your wants, all the things that you learn in acting class. Know who you are, know how you feel about the person in front of you, know where you're coming from, know where you're going. If you have those things down, you're going to make great choices to begin with. But now add a layer of give your character a little bit extra. So what would that be? Maybe make him a little bit compulsive. Maybe he is very particular, and maybe this is a character that has to fix everything all the time. So when he comes in on screen, he's always tweaking, fiddling, and fixing things. And it's a constant thing, because what's going to happen is we all have a friend who's like that, or knows somebody, or seen somebody. It makes it relatable, makes them real, makes them three-dimensional. Let's say that you want to have a veteran who got blown up and put back together, who has a limp. You could fake a limp, but it's not going to be super effective, because you may, in the heat of the moment, forget all the things to do. So why don't you just grab a handful of gravel, put some in your shoe, and have you limp for real? That way you don't have to be reminded. And every now and then, you might get extra reminded and get a moment on screen just because you made a real choice and made him fully three-dimensional. I hope this has been some good heads up for you as an actor of things that you can do to make your characters more interesting. Don't be afraid to make choices. As a casting director who's cast a bunch of films, I love seeing somebody doing something different. I prefer not to see the same old A detective over and over again and go, just not going to be the thing. Be unique, be you, make great choices, and you'll get the roles that are meant for you. Thank you. Harley Wallen, Painted Creek Production. Thank you.